The film begins with Ava reminiscing about her father's death in 2002. She recalls his words, telling her that he wouldn't be with her forever. Despite his criminal past as an outlaw, he imparted his knowledge of martial arts and self-defense techniques to her. 12 years later, Ava is preparing to marry Derek, a wealthy young man. Derek's father is apprehensive about their marriage and questions Ava's past. However, Derek stands by Ava, defending her. The wedding ceremony proceeds smoothly, and everyone celebrates their union. Following the wedding, they set off on a honeymoon trip to an island in South America, staying at Derek's family house overlooking the sea. During their stay, they discover photographs of Derek's grandmother on her wedding day, and pictures of his grandmother as a young child of 3. Despite Derek's mother having passed away years ago, he cherishes her memory. And in spite of these bittersweet memories, Ava and Derek both enjoy their honeymoon. One day, they decide to visit a cozy restaurant where they encounter a young man named Manny, who works as a tour guide. Manny, being friendly and generous, offers to take them on an adventure to a highland area deep in the woods, managed by a close friend of his. Intrigued by the offer, they agree, and soon find themselves surrounded by the serene beauty of nature. Later that evening, Manny takes them to a lively nightclub where they can dance and unwind. As they're enjoying themselves on the dance floor, they catch the attention of a notorious figure known as Big Biz, the local gang leader. Big Biz takes an interest in Ava and boldly approaches her, attempting to tease and charm her. Derek, noticing the unwanted attention, steps in to intervene, but Big Biz is persistent and insists on dancing with Ava. Manny tries to defuse the situation, but Big Biz, showing his aggression, strikes Derek and knocks him to the ground. Ava, revealing her surprising strength, retaliates fiercely, swiftly taking down Big Biz's men who try to intervene. In a display of impressive skill, she manages to confront Big Biz himself, overwhelming him with her determined resolve. After the intense altercation, Ava, Derek, and Manny swiftly make their way out of the club. On their way back, both Derek and Manny are astonished by Ava's unexpected fighting abilities, a side of her they've never seen before. The next morning, they are startled awake by the sound of the doorbell. Manny informs them that Big Biz and his men are coming for revenge, but then bursts into laughter, revealing it was all a joke. Relieved, they join Manny for a day out in the mountains, where they enjoy a picnic and the thrill of sledding down snowy slopes. Ava, however, struggles with a fear of heights, initially hesitant to join in. With encouragement from Manny and Derek, she eventually musters up the courage to participate. Buoyed by her success, they decide to try a more challenging slope further away. Derek goes first, but disaster strikes when the sled's rope snaps, sending him rushing into the forest below. Panicked, Ava rushes into the woods to find Derek. When the ambulance arrives, Manny vanishes without a trace. Ava tries to accompany Derek to the hospital, but the paramedics, citing security protocols, refuse her entry. They provide her with the hospital's address before speeding off. Ava attempts to follow along on her motorcycle but loses control, crashing. A stranger passing by stops and offers her a ride to the hospital. At the reception desk, Ava anxiously inquires about Derek, only to be told that no one matching his description has been admitted. Frantic, she searches every hospital in the area, but Derek is nowhere to be found. Desperate, Ava heads to the police station to report Derek missing. The next day, Derek's father arrives on the island with his sister after learning about the incident at the police station. They meet with another officer, and Ava recounts everything that happened, including Manny's disappearance after the accident. The officer warns them that the island is known for dangerous criminals and frequent incidents of kidnapping tourists, especially if they're wealthy. Accompanied by the officer, they visit the scene of the accident, but everyone there denies any knowledge of the incident. An employee claims that they were not present that day, which infuriates Ava. She tries to attack the person, but the officer calms her down. At the police station, the officer shows Ava a viral video of the nightclub fight, revealing she got involved with a dangerous gang. In the officer's office, she finds drawings of Derek's face, which the officer plans to use to search for him and distribute to the public. Ava and Derek's sister begin searching the island, asking people if they've seen Derek, but their efforts are in vain. Derek's father grows increasingly suspicious of Ava, accusing her of hiding something and suggesting she's only interested in money. Angry and frustrated, Ava decides to take matters into her own hands. She returns to the scene of the accident, captures the employee who denied the accident, and ties him up with a rope. Threatening to drop him into the forest, Ava demands the truth. The employee confesses that he lied under orders and didn't know what else to do. Ava records the confession on video. She takes the video to the police station, hoping it would help find Derek. However, when the officer watches the video, he accuses Ava of forcing confessions and using violence. He orders her immediate deportation from the island and return to her home country. Ava is transported by boat with a policeman. She asks for permission to use the bathroom, and the policeman accompanies her there. Seizing the opportunity, Ava overpowers the policeman, disarms him, and manages to untie herself. She quickly makes a decision and jumps into the sea, swimming back to the island. Afterward, she goes to the nightclub where she had been earlier with her husband and Manny. There, she finds Manny and confronts him, demanding answers. He insists he doesn't know anything about Derek's disappearance, but offers to help her search for her husband. Manny then takes her to his home and introduces her to his mother and younger brother. Ava expresses her certainty that Derek is still alive and her determination to find him by any means necessary. She emphasizes the importance of locating the ambulance drivers who took her husband away. The next day, Ava and Manny drive to a notorious gathering spot where gangsters congregate on the island. They begin questioning people about the ambulance drivers, but no one offers any useful information. Ava notices a picture of a tattoo on a paramedic's hand on the wall, a sign of underground fighting. They proceed to a fighting venue on the island. Manny asks Ava to wait in the car while he discreetly photographs the people inside. Meanwhile, Ava spots one of the paramedics leaving with a girl. He follows them to their destination, watching them closely. When an opportunity arises, Ava confronts the paramedic, assaulting him and demanding the truth. Through him, she learns that his brother, named Omar, knows everything. Using the paramedic's phone, Ava arranges a meeting with Omar. When he arrives, a violent altercation ensues between Ava and Omar, resulting in his death. However, the commotion attracts the attention of the police, and Ava is arrested again. During transport to the police station, Ava realizes the car is heading into the forest. Suspecting foul play, she manages to free herself from the restraints and attacks the officers viciously. Amid the chaos, Ava calls the officer and threatens his daughter's safety unless he confesses. Upon arrival, the officer discovers Anna holding his daughter at gunpoint in her room. He then admits to being complicit in a cover-up surrounding Derek's death in the operating room on the day of the accident. The officer's troubled history, including an illicit affair leading to an underage pregnancy, had been concealed by the same doctor who failed to save Derek. Driven by rage and a thirst for revenge, Ava confronts and kills the officer. She then goes to the hospital, finds the receptionist who lied to her, and beats her. Ava tracks down the doctor responsible for the cover-up and threatens him, demanding answers. Suddenly, gang members led by Silvio arrive at the hospital with Derek in a wheelchair. Watching through security cameras, Ava sees Silvio and his men enter the hospital and head towards the operating room. Disguised as a nurse, Ava infiltrates the room. When Silvio questions the doctor about her, he introduces her as his nurse, giving her the alias Christina. In the operating room, Silvio lies on the bed while Derek lies on another. Ava learns that Silvio intends to undergo a procedure to receive spinal marrow cells from Derek due to his rare blood type and cancer. Taking action, Ava injects Silvio with an anesthetic and retrieves a gun hidden under the bed, killing the guard. She then escapes with Derek, but not before a tense chase ensues. Ava manages to flee the hospital with Derek, taking Silvio hostage to ensure her escape. While driving, Silvio threatens Ava, claiming the island belongs to him and vowing revenge. In response, Ava shoots him in the leg, forcing him to jump out of the car. Silvio's men arrive and give chase through the streets of the island. With the help of Manny, who sends them strategic text messages, Ava and Derek narrowly evade capture. After Manny helps Ava and Derek escape from Silvio and his gang, they find refuge in a small village and lay low. However, one of the villagers betrays them by informing Silvio of their location. Silvio and his men arrive at the village, searching every corner. Ava, with Derek's help, systematically takes down Silvio's men one by one. A tense showdown occurs between Ava and Silvio, ending with Ava overpowering him and holding him hostage. When the police arrive, Silvio lies and tells them to arrest Ava, saying he's the one who pays them. Just when things look bad, Big Biz shows up and convinces everyone to stop the violence, stressing how it could hurt tourism and their income. Big Biz persuades Ava to hand over the knife, promising to resolve the situation. Reluctantly, Ava gives him the knife, and Big Biz unexpectedly kills Silvio. He then urges Ava and Derek to leave the island quickly, promising to handle everything with the police. Big Biz instructs the police to stand down, stating he'll compensate them more than Silvio did. Manny bids Ava and Derek farewell, expressing gratitude and inviting them to return to the island in the future. He assures them he won't forget their help and support. Ava and Derek leave the island, grateful to finally be heading home.